I was popping everybody. Welcome to another video, another trade recap. Today is Monday, November 3rd, first day of the new month, and today we took two trades. I took one loss to start out, and then I took one win, which made my loss back and then some. So I'm gonna show you my trade sinker screenshot right quick. This is what I made across the 8 accounts. The loss was avoidable. Today should have been a much better day. The loss was definitely avoidable, so I'm to take the blame for that. But let's get into it. Today was kind of like a funky day, honestly. Today was kind of weird with price action, I feel like. I don't know. So coming into the day, if you're in the Discord group, you've seen last night what my analysis was, and I basically said I wanted to see us, since the opening gap open bullish, I wanted to see some type of buy model. I'll actually put the screenshot in here. I think I have it. I will put the screenshot of the buy model that I did end up kind of displaying that I wanted to see play out. Here it is right here. And we almost got that. Now we ended up putting in like relative equal highs up here. Here is what I wanted to see play out. And y'all can see essentially what happened is basically that, except we left the equal highs. I'll turn on the opening gap right quick so I can see a little bit better. But like we did everything I wanted to see, literally. We just left the equal highs. So it's like, okay, what do we want to do from here? So since, once you kind of coming into market open, I recognize that we had the SMT at London low. There was an SMT resting here. This SMT, and then we also, I'll show y'all later, but I'm looking to see some type of long. So from here, I recognize that we have a 15-minute gap going into market open. I want to see this maybe get held and then see a continuation to the upside. Now, what is this right here? This is consequent encroachment of the hourly wick. What did I expect? If we were to get a reaction from here, I wanted to see a pullback. I wanted to see a pullback to around 50% of this range, which aligned with one of these two gaps. I wanted to see price hold these two gaps to continue back higher, because consequent encroachment is a very valuable and vulnerable spot for price. You can oftentimes see rejections from there. So that's what I wanted to see initially. We did not get that. I did recognize shortly after that we had an SMT with YM. YM had a bearish SMT at these highs, which I think is what really caused this dramatic sell-off. That SMT with YM, I will pull it up on this side. Y'all can see here, YM, this was all an SMT. We then had a 5-minute inversion plus a change in the state. So YM was very weak at this point, which I think is what kind of sparked the sell-off, which I'm completely fine with. From here, ES ended up coming down. We took London low on ES. NQ was still holding this hourly gap. My first trade came shortly after 10 a.m. It came it came right there. This was my first trade. Now, where did I go wrong with this trade? I thought that we inversed the 1 minute. This was what I wanted to see, because at this point in time, we still had a 1 minute gap. We were still in an hourly imbalance to the left of us. And I thought that this was a 1 minute inversion. Now, if you look very, very closely, it was not. We did not actually close above that 1 minute. I was targeting the unfilled 5 minute, and I wanted to see a continuation just to take a lot of this low resistance liquidity here. We did not get that. Ended up getting stopped out right here. Like, damn, we never actually got beneath that. From there, I took like a $300 loss. I was down like 320 on the day, 280 to 320 in that range. From here, I was still kind of waiting. I then recognized we got a 15-second change in the state plus inversion right here, which is where I took my second position, which ended up actually being the winning one. I took this and I ended up taking all off once we tapped. Where was it at? I took all off right around here, I want to say, because we did have an SMT at these highs with the ES, and I ended up closing everything here. Now, I could have got an extra couple points if I would have held to the opening gap, which is initially what I wanted to do, but the SMT kind of made me just close all right there. I didn't really want to risk giving back any of my profit. So that was that. That was the second trade I took, and that was really it. Same bias overall. I still wanted to see higher. I targeted the unfilled 5 minute that aligned with the opening gap here. Reaction, we held this 5 minute order block here that was resting inside of the hourly gap, which was my whole reason. We had the SMT at the lows. Basically, all my confluences for taking this trade. The first loss, I told you I was avoidable. We never even closed above the 1 minute like I thought we did. But you know what happens in life, and that is that. Now, what do I expect for the rest of the day? I did want to see higher. Now that we're kind of trading back inside of this range, I think the rest of the day can be interesting to see kind of what we do. We do still have this SMT here. But yeah, that was essentially that, though. I did show y'all what I wanted to see versus what actually happened. As y'all can see, I was pretty close. We just never actually ended up taking those resting equal highs up there. And I'll show you my P&L from the day. This is 8 accounts, 325. It's like 2.5K, something like that, 2.6. Not mad at it. No news Monday. Could have been a lot better if I didn't take that initial loss, but we made it all back plus some, so I'm happy. With that being said, though, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all day. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you on this one. Peace out.